your realization it's going to happen. You're going to hit bottom, you're going to crash, you're going to go into nothing. What happens next is the uncharted territory that we don't know about. It's not in the book. It's never been written. There's no chapter that has it. But one thing for sure is that if you stay, it's going to be very different. And kind of as a heads up of what's coming next, it's all about living energy. You want to continue with your old relationship with energy. It will not work. And when Shambhar drop out, and a lot of them come back, but when they drop out of Crimson Circle, the energy's too much. It's hitting their lives, every part of their life, and it really goes and finds the soft spots. Abundance issues, health issues, everything else. Energy's too much. You got to change your old relationship with energy, and you're refusing. You're almost refusing to change the relationship. You're going to say, I'm going to keep going the old way, and it doesn't work from here on. Especially, like I said, as we get into the new Kihak, we go unscripted, and the old relationship won't work. It's going to really be painful in your body, and it's going to mess up your brain. And on top of that, with everything else, we've called in the dragon. And even though you think that you're going to lollipop your way through all this, you're going to find out that dragon's going to rip you apart. Or actually make it a beautiful experience. The dragon's here so you get over some of the old junk that's sitting there that maybe you don't even recognize, like your old relationship with energy. So I was having a discussion with Kathumi the other day, and Kathumi came over. I was just minding my own business, as I always don't do, and Kathumi came over and said, Adamus, I thought maybe it was a little premature for you to bring the dragon in recently. He said, I work with Shambhar a lot, and I thought it was like a great big leap, because that dragon, once it comes in, is pretty ferocious. And I was wondering if a lot of Shambhar are really ready for it. And I said, it's going to be hell for the first couple months, as it was. But I said, I think they're ready. I think it was time. And Kathumi finally acquiesced. He finally said, I think you were right to bring that dragon in now, to have the dragon go after the things that a human cannot possibly do. The human can actually not really change their own beliefs and thoughts. The human by itself cannot understand how to work with energy. The human certainly cannot forgive itself. And the human cannot do realization. And that's why the dragon came in. The dragon, by the way, we use the term dragon. Dragon simply means absolute clarity, purity. That's all it means. And I've asked the dragon now to come to show you how much you're in your way. A while back I talked about this story, the land of blue. There was once a time where everybody had all the colors. They played in every color, but, they got really fascinated with blue. It kind of came to be an obsession about blue. So at some point, people started turning blue. And our houses started turning blue. And the grass the sky was blue, but the grass, and pretty soon their cars were blue. Pretty soon their food was blue, and everything was blue. When there was a blue factory where they put out blue blankets and blue pillows, and it was run by a blue boss. And this blue boss, what a mess. What a mess. And he had a lot of blue employees, but he was a mess because he was trying to manage this group of workers and the equipment. The equipment was always breaking down, and the workers were always sick. They had the blues. You knew that was coming. This mysterious stranger showed up at the door one day and said, I'm taking over. The blue boss said, who the hell are you? And he said, I'm Dr. Agoni, and I'm taking over here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to blow up this plant. Well, it happened. Of course, the blue boss was aghast. I mean, he was responsible for controlling the plant, and suddenly it's blown up, it's all gone. And as he was walking amongst the ruins, smoking blue ruins, he looked down and he saw something quite amazing. It was a little fleck of gold. At first he thought he was delusional, making this up, but then he saw something that looked a little bit green, and something else a little bit red. And it occurred to him that all this time, thinking that he was managing and running the blue plant, he was actually just limiting things, just keeping things confined, limited, and blue. And it took this mysterious stranger to come in and destroy everything. But the blue boss sat there and realized, actually, the only thing that was destroyed were the limitations. There was a time when the mind didn't reign supreme. There was a time when the land of blue wasn't just blue, it was many things. There was a time when the mind didn't control everything and limit everything. And then along came, well, the Headbangers. The ones who took energy, a lot of really intense energy, and put it into the minds of humans in such a way that it passed on to their children and their children, passed on generations and generations. The dragon's going to come and blow that all up so the energy lives again. So, dear Atlantean headbangers, all of you, look what you did. You have to be the first ones to go through this. Call it the spiritual path or anything like that. And you got to be the first ones to go through it because you're the ones that painted everything blue to begin with. That's your mashing. That's it right there.